The battle between light and darkness is as old as the world. The forces of darkness have vowed to continuously oppose God in the heavens and also wreak havoc in the temple of God residing in the hearts of brother men and sister women. In the past, the angels of darkness resided in the heavens and had direct access to the divine essence of God. Therefore, it was extremely easy for them to revitalize themselves. That was then. They are no longer citizens of the heavens. Presently, they reside on planet Earth after they were expelled from the heavens. Forceful eviction from the heavens simply means they no longer have direct access to heavenly nourishment. Presently, the forces of darkness obtain nourishment on earth through instigation of war, money rituals, road accident, bloody riots, etc. Of a truth, I tell you, demonic entities of darkness often get hold of some brutal and evil-minded world leaders and use them to instigate a war at the slightest provocation. Most wars are ferociously instigated, supported, and sustained by the forces of darkness, walking through the evil-minded leader of the country. When there is war, demonic spirits have unfettered access to voluminous amount of blood, spewing out from hundreds of dying adults and children. Quite a number of highly placed, influential, and well-respected politicians, business moguls, big names in the entertainment and fashion industry are proteges of Satan. Their thirst for material riches and powers is so strong that they had to pledge their souls to the devil in return for the fulfillment of their materialistic desires. We all die sometime. We cannot avoid it. The only thing we can absolutely be sure of is we are going to die. Do you know what it means to gain the whole world and lose your soul after death? Do you know what it means to lose your soul, which is the only thing you came with into this world? For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26. A human being is a soul temporarily clothed in a human body. In the beginning, a soul was a pure spirit, a pure spiritual being residing in paradise. The soul is here on earth to directly experience temptation, hardship, disappointments, riches, or poverty, etc. All the obstacles we hate as human beings is what the soul needs to pass through before it can attain enlightenment and growth. Remember, Jesus said to Peter, "Put your sword into your sheath. Shall I not drink the cup which my Father had given me?" John 18:11. The spiritual truth is the soul cannot attain all-round purity and spiritual maturity without directly experiencing painful earthly existence or existences. Mr. Kennedy appealed to his rich and powerful friend, Adolphus, to guide him on what to do to overcome perennial poverty in his life. After much persuasion, Mr. Adolphus told him he made a pact with Lucifer. Mr. Kennedy yelled out, "The king of hell must be my friend too. I want poverty out of my life, once and for all." Adolphus introduced Kennedy to the priest of Lucifer. In the dead of the night, the priest invoked Lucifer. Eventually, the king of hell appeared and asked his usual question, "Mr. Kennedy, what do you want from me?" Instantly, Kennedy was thrown into a panicky state. He had so many things on his mind he wanted to possess. He is a gambler and he wants his first financial breakthrough to come from lottery. He summoned the courage to tell Lucifer, "I want to become rich and powerful. I want winning numbers to enable me achieve my first financial breakthrough from lottery." Mr. Kennedy told Lucifer huge lottery win will prevent his family members and friends from suspecting that he might have performed money rituals, which is commonplace today. Lucifer told Kennedy, I invented lottery. I invented gambling to destroy many souls on earth. Gambling never brings happiness to anyone. You will obtain riches from gambling as you requested. Lucifer brought out a marked paper from his pouch. He told Kennedy, in this document is written a formal pledge of your soul and the souls of your future sons and daughters to me. You will marry a sister woman much inclined to procreation. Lucifer manifested a needle which he handed over to Kennedy. Lucifer instructed him to pierce his little finger with the needle and sign the agreement with his blood. Mr. Kennedy did just that, and he told Lucifer, I promise to be faithful to you all my life and even after my demise. Elated Lucifer replied, as you give your soul and the souls of your unborn children to me, I will make you rich and powerful in the world. Lucifer, full with satisfaction, told Kennedy, call upon me whenever you want to make a request. Lucifer disappeared after uttering these words. Few days later, in the dead of the night, Mr. Kennedy performed the summoning ritual and said the following, my great Lord, my powerful King, the owner of my soul and the souls of my unborn children, please reveal to me the winning numbers in the pool game of this week. Lucifer answered him and manifested 5 winning numbers. He went to the pool's office and filled the coupon. Eventually, the results came out and Mr. Kennedy won millions of naira. He became rich and famous. The fame of his riches soon spread in the state like uncontrollable wildfire. He found himself the target of much attention, both from brother men and, of course, sister women. Indeed, Lucifer was completely truthful in the fulfillment of his promise to Kennedy. Once again, in the dead of the night, Mr. Kennedy performed the summoning ritual and asked Lucifer, owner of my soul, where will I find young pretty sister woman to be my lover? Lucifer told him to go to the cinema. Mr. Kennedy did just that. In the cinema, he met an attractive young lady. She became his girlfriend. Few months later, she became his wife. Within 1 year and 6 months or thereabout, she gave birth to a baby girl. Indeed, Kennedy's wife was much inclined to procreation. In totality, she gave birth to 8 children, and based on the soul exchange agreement her husband had with Lucifer, the souls of her 8 children automatically belongs to Lucifer. Touching, isn't it? My brother man and sister woman, selling your soul to Lucifer simply means you are creating a new destiny for yourself. You came into this world to improve the destiny you came with, and not to walk in tandem with Lucifer, to abandon it and create a new satanic destiny for yourself. Planet Earth is a gigantic mechanic workshop filled with many tools which you can use to improve or furthermore damage your soul. Lucifer, who is always alert, will never return your soul and the souls of others you sold to him. After death, you will serve Lucifer for tons and tons of years. It is a sin against the Holy Spirit to sell your soul to Lucifer, the king of evil, the supreme lord of the pleasures of the flesh and joyous living on earth. Remember, it is from God you come, and then to God shall you return. Selling your soul to the devil simply means your soul will no longer return to God after death. As you are about to die on planet Earth, Lucifer, who is always alert, will be waiting to get hold of your soul and drag you into his kingdom of darkness, where you will serve the supreme spirit of evil for tons and tons of years.
Follow us on Instagram at GrowTheSay, Twitter at GrowTheSay, TikTok at GrowTheSay, and YouTube, The Zios Pathfinder TV.